my only thing with Monkey Man was obviously huge inspiration was John Wick. I mean, it was blatantly referenced in the movie.
That was pretty
I
wild.
just feel like in the beginning, the shaky cam kind of just ruined most of the beginning fight sequences. Like, I love shaky cam moments. Breaking Bad is pretty much all shaky cam, like all handheld. So like,
Not jerky cam
no,
though. You
this
know,
this
like
was this
Okay.
was like fucking that movie. Was it Six Underground, where
yeah.
it looked like who directed that?
Is that Michael Bay?
Michael Bay. And Michael Bay
Maybe.
just like threw a camera in the car and just let it fly around. That's what this movie felt like.
Bouncing.
And like all the choreography and for the fight action sequences, all the effort went into that last sequence, which was a big improvement. It still had a lot of like jerky movements,
Hmm.
but it was just better than the
More
first one.
intelligible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really liked the first hour of the movie. Honestly, I thought it set like a pace that never let up, and the shaky cam was part of that. But
Yeah.
100%, like I'm okay with shaky cam. I don't love it, and it serves a purpose, obviously, in filmmaking.
Yeah.
But if you're doing, I think there should be like a unwritten rule of like how many shots in a row that you can have
Yeah.
shaky cam. Because like after you do like 10 to 15 shots in a row, I just want to understand what I'm seeing on the screen. Like
Yeah. It made it
it was a lot.
incoherent to watch
It was
and
pretty tough. Yeah.
kind of nauseating, to be honest. Like there was a couple moments where I'm like, this is kind of making me dizzy just watching
Yeah.
like these sequences unfold. And it was just at the same time I'm trying to piece together what's actually happening. So it was just hard to,
Hard to get
I don't know,
information
do
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Otherwise,
weird
though,
because
the
like,
passion was there for sure. I really liked like his passion in the story, and I want the Dev Patel Netflix cut. I
yeah.
get Jordan Peele helped him with the pacing or whatever, but like
Hmm.
I don't know. I just want to know more of the heart and soul of the movie rather than the action bits. You know?
It's kind of strange because I actually take like the opposite approach when I'm usually 100% the same with action movies where I want to like feel something more. For this
Yeah,
one, I think the visual, like the colors and the like impact of this like images when you could tell what was happening, I thought were so solid. Like it was, I
oh,
thought it was like
definitely, yeah,
beautiful and weird, and like the India of it all, like served a lot for me of like this foreign land to me,
definitely.
obviously. But
The different
and then
religions or gods and stuff, and the different
yeah,
like divide for people. That
and
was really
the rich and the
interesting.
poor. And I was worried it would be too much of a John Wick like ripoff, but I thought it was kind of its own thing after a while. Like it didn't really.
Definitely.
The character is obviously way different. He's got the skills, but he's kind of like the low end of the society instead of like this upper class legend that like John Wick is, you
Yeah.
know. And then it kind of screeches to a halt when like you get more information and back. Like to me, I was like, I don't need that shit. Like let's just keep the fucking
That
pace going, you know. Like you started it, but then you stopped it.
That's why I want to see his version, just because I cared more about that side of things. For the first time ever in an action movie, I wanted less action
Nice.
because I just felt like it was okay actually. Like it was really good when it was good, but like the shaky cam threw me off in the beginning.
Mhm.
But like when we slowed down and got like backstory, it brought the movie to a halt. But I think in a different world with more of that injected into it, I think it would have just the pacing would have been just fine for like 2.5
Maybe.
hours. I
Really?
don't know.
Yeah.
It's like there was a ton of flashbacks to him and his mom, but then there was also flashbacks to that tragic thing that happened between his village and his mom and all that stuff. But like it felt disjointed, and I feel like there was something clearly cut out of that. And I feel like it should have led from his mom into that story, like the happy into the tragedy. And it was kind of cut
Halfway
here and
through.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I didn't
So
really love the like when they did the flashbacks because they do it a couple
yeah.
times and then they give you like the full scene or whatever, and it's like okay,
Right. That's what felt weird was that the full scene was just kind of thrown on you there right before the big action sequence. The whole scene was given to you, and I feel like if I don't know, it just felt like there was could have been something adjusted there. Maybe there was something adjusted, but they just cut it up. So I don't know.
yeah, I feel that. I
It just
did
felt like
like
it was
the
missing something.
yeah, it's fair. I did like the last fight. I audibly was like woo, and that's always a good moment when he gets like
Yeah.
stabbed in the fucking head with the sandal piece or whatever.
Yeah.
They got visceral. It got fucking dirty. It was cool. It's a cool movie for sure. You know. I
Yeah,
liked it.
definitely.
I liked it more than most action movies, which I didn't think I was actually like, yeah, I'll go see it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And then I like sat there and I was like, this is actually, I don't know, this was like more fresh and more interesting and cool than I thought it'd be. So I gave it 3.5. You know, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I think I flopped between three, and then I gave it 3.5. Or no, maybe I started at 3.5, and then I brought it down to three, just because I just kept thinking about how I felt like something was missing from it all, and I kind of tried to justify the shaky cam, how it like slowly got less and less as he got better at the fighting. So I thought
Yeah,
maybe that was kind of the narrative he was going for, or
maybe.
I don't know.
I did.
And the claustrophobia of it all, sure, I guess. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just didn't really. I didn't like that style, but
Fair enough. Yeah. I did actually just listen to like a few interviews before I went and saw it with Dev Patel and Jordan Peele. And it
yeah,
seemed like Dev
Yeah.
Patel was like having a really hard time like selling the movie after he made it. Or like it wasn't like cutting together right. Which to
mm,
me, maybe the shaky cam was like the main issue in that. I know Jordan
mhm.
Peele said he worked on a lot with like the soundtrack, which I mean the soundtrack's pretty it
That kind
comes
of
in and kicks ass, yeah. So like
yeah,
I
Nice.
think whatever Jordan Peele did, I think elevated it. But you know, you can only elevate what you have so much after you've already filmed it. So I just wonder, it's his first time directing. You know, maybe he just didn't
yeah,
have it all like mapped out, even though he had a lot of shots and choices mapped out.
yeah,
Not that it didn't like add up fully. You know,
yeah. I'm definitely interested in more of his work. I mean,
yeah,
he has something.
yeah.
He's one of the few actors that have turned director that I think have like a potential to be good. You know,
Sure,
Mm.
yeah. I'm just at a point too now. I'm watching movies, too many movies, but like if it's a fresh voice and I can feel like a new person behind the camera and behind the writing, I'm there for it more now because I'm just
Yeah.
sick of this fucking corporate old man mentality on a movie that's like it's not even a fucking movie. It's like it's a barely a voice even. Like
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'd rather just
That's
watch Monkey Man where it's like someone is trying something. Like shit.
Yeah.
that's what I told the yesterday. Actually, my buddy went and saw Kong, and I was like, why'd you go see Monkey Man instead? He's like, but you said it was only like a 3-star movie and that you had problems with it. I was like, I did, but like
Kong's a three
it's
star movie for me. So,
yeah,
I
but like
mean, what do you
this one
expect?
is different. It's a voice that seems unique and has passion. And he's like, this sounds like a bad like the easy way to say it. It's not a good movie, but I like it because it's a you know
yeah.
because of this. And I
It's
was like,
got
yeah, I
more
mean that
going
might be a
on.
cop out, but I don't know. I'm there for passion more. So
Yeah.
Right. You can feel it's something you can feel, you know, and like
yeah,
Mhm.
I loved the first Godzilla versus Kong. That was my I mean we go back. We were
That's
doing the
sick.
podcast. This is like my
That's
number
sick.
one movie of the year.
it
I
was.
just
Yeah.
loved it.
Dope.
And this one, the new Godzilla and Kong is just like a way more soulless attempt. And it's just
Uh,
like I mean it's fun.
Bummer.
The action's not as good. The character development isn't as good if you care about that. Kong's pretty good. Like he's got some character development, but like
Yeah.
it's not as good, not as cool, not as fun,
Yeah.
not as interesting. No,
I get
it's
that. I
fine.
mean,
Yeah.
it's four. It's like four in the series of it at this
It's quite a
point.
few, yeah.
Yeah.
And like Godzilla versus Kong had like the authenticity of like a new idea of that
Yeah.
of the two of them finally meeting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
just like an extension of that idea where it's not even like
It's like a
so
buddy cop movie now.
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, and they
Yeah.
just yeah, it's just lame. And like even the visuals weren't as good in my opinion, like the CGI fights and stuff like that.
Really?
And
I mean, that's what
you
I
go
go
there for.
for. Yeah.
Exactly. And so if you're not even like really doing great sequences, it's
Mm.
just like why did I
Yeah.
come here? You know?
Yeah. That's fair. That's totally fair. Damn. I mean, I wish people would like look at some of those because like a lot of the OG or like animated Godzilla movies have like really good storylines. I just wish like our live action could replicate some of
Yeah.
that
It's
with some
yeah.
heart, some thought into it.
The Kong side of it is not terrible. Like it's almost
Mm.
like a silent film because like he gets a little baby Kong by his side after pretty early on, and it's just like
Mm.
him as an old man Kong, kind of like finding a new dude to like teach and hang out with and stuff like that. So it's all like nonverbal, and you kind of have to like actually watch the movie to see what's going on, which is cool. I like that.
Mm.
And then Schlock and other
Yeah.
human characters,
Yeah.
and it all adds up in a not the correct way. So
Mm.